Hello and welcome to Who It Could Have Been, where every week we take a look at an actor or actress who was up for a famous role, but for one reason or another, they didn't quite get it. Would they have been better, worse, or just plain weird?
Yeah, kind of like that time that Demos auditioned to play the part of Tigger's tail in the live-action remake of Winnie the Pooh.
I wanted to bounce forward in my career.
Damn, that was a fine response. Let's move on.
Well, tonight we're actually addressing another viewer request. This one from Wolf Cool once again. Thank you. We're talking about Jurassic Park. Now we've mentioned it.
Sorry.
What was that? Your Dilophosaurus impression?
Me.
Oh God! If we get a copyright strike on that,
She's my favorite.
God, first of all, that would be both amazing and sorry at the same time. It would be amazing because they love my Peter Griffin impression so much. Anyways.
we've already talked about Jurassic Park, about how Harrison Ford was up for the role of Alan Grant. A really big step for the actor playing a part that requires a fedora and archaeology. But
Nice.
But nevertheless, tonight's pick is a little bit odd. Now, I think that we can all agree that when it comes to the role of Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum is inseparable from that character. Imagining somebody else playing that role without Jeff Goldblum's charisma or eccentricities is very difficult. You might as well be imagining a completely different character.
I would say this, that when it comes for the model of Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum is the Grand Master. Huh? Yeah. Shut up, Demos. It was funny.
And I'm just imagining Ian Malcolm with radiant blue hair.
It's my birthday. Dinosaur. Oh my God.
That shirtless scene, that pose that he's famous for. I think that should be the bar. Which actor that I'm about to name can actually live up to that pose, or the infamous Jeff Goldblum laugh, which I can't replicate to save my life.
I'm pretty sure you were one of the sailors in Popeye's Navy there, Brian.
I was a parrot that smoked too much in a day. That's I'm a parrot with lung disease. That's my Ian, Jeff Goldblum impersonation. Parrot with lung disease. That's what we're gonna stick with.
No, I'm sad.
This actor auditioned for the role. At this particular point in his career, he hadn't yet made it big. He wasn't a household name yet, although he had appeared in some films. For me, the first film I ever saw him in was The Deadpool. And no, I'm not talking about Marvel, Ryan Reynolds. No. The Deadpool, Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, Jim Carrey.
Wow.
He auditioned for the role. He didn't quite get it because they had Jeff Goldblum in mind for it to begin with. But can you imagine?
At this point, he's certainly not like he's.
This is Living Color era Jim Carrey. This is pre Ace Ventura, pre The Mask, pre Dumb and Dumber.
Pre the movie breakout, but he was still James Carrey on A Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Damn it. Let me be clear. We got the quintessential Malcolm, but I can't be convinced that Jim Carrey wouldn't have done a phenomenal job, right? I mean, can we look at other characters he's played? And the guy bends and twists, sometimes literally, and physically, I should say, in so many different directions. How can you have a movie like The Truman Show or The Majestic or The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind on one side, and on the other side, you're also known for smoking
and talking out of your butt? Yeah.
And talking. Let me ask you a question, Demos. How is that possible? Okay.
You think that's how he would have presented Chaos Theory, speaking out of his butt, Ace Ventura style?
That life will not be contained. Life breaks free.
You know what? I'm pretty sure if he said, "Why don't they make that part of the tour out of his butt?" he would have gotten the role.
I can see somebody that starred in a film called The Number 23 getting involved with chaos theory.
Anyway, no, God, I'll tell you what, with what they knew at the time in front of them, I can see why he got an audition at the very least. They gave the kid a shot. All right, kid, wow us. Beat out Jeff Goldblum. Oh, you didn't. Let me be clear. That's like telling me, hey, go block JJ Watt. Nope, you can't. Too bad. I'm okay with that.
This is the strange thing about this case, right? Because I can see a more balanced Jim Carrey, not the outrageous character that we saw in the trio of 1994 films, but not the more serious side of him that we saw in some of the examples that you just said, The Majestic and Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine. But I can see him playing that stuttering scientist type in this film. I don't know if he would have worn all black, but I can see him. Portraying the character effectively, but not as strongly as Jeff Goldblum, because he added that extra element that made the character stand out and earned himself his own starring role in the second film.
Correct. Carrey would not have done that.
That's exactly my point.
There's no way he would have been a big enough name by the time Lost World came out.
3 years later, he would have lost out on Dumb and Dumber, The Mask. He would have lost out on all those films if he was under contract.
Yeah, the contract would have been what prevented it. He's still a fantastic guy who can bend and shape his face and body in particular ways. But Fletcher Reed in Liar Liar mixed with a watered-down version of Edward Nygma from Batman Forever, and I think you have a very compelling Ian Malcolm concept. Again, not the Grand Master, but let's just say he would still be a very worthy listing on apartments.com. And at some point the Raptors would solve one of his riddles and he would be forced to go, clever girl,
clever girl. Yeah, just
clever girl.
Do you think that he would have died? The Ian Malcolm character in the novel dies at the end, which was a change made to the screenplay, and partly due to the fact that Jeff Goldblum was such a lot of people love that character. A lot of people love what they did with him. The screenwriter decided to keep him alive, and that's why in the sequel, the novel sequel, The Lost World, that was written following the success of the film, they resurrected Jeff Goldblum. He didn't really die. Those rumors were exaggerated. The reason that The Lost World, the sequel, exists is because Jeff Goldblum is so goddamn lovable.
It's my birthday. No, James Carrey's edition of Ian Malcolm is damn dinosaur lunch, bruh. I agree. I don't think Malcolm survives. I think Plymouth Rock lands on him as Malcolm.
If you're going to cast somebody as rubber-faced, as Jim Carrey in Jurassic Park, he should be playing a dinosaur.
He should be Apophalosaurus. I agree.
He would have been better than most of the effects in the new ones anyway. Less cartoony.
Damn. That's a shot fired.
Did you see Fallen Kingdom? It lives up to its name.
I did not.
I think I have a bias against any sequels to Steven Spielberg properties that have the words kingdom in it.
Alrighty then.
There is an alternate universe out there where Harrison Ford is Alan Grant and Jim Carrey is Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Holy. Uh-oh.
Can you imagine that?
Whoa.
Would you like to imagine that?
I mean, listen. On some days where, like, the wife has been out of town for a number of days and I've been alone and I'm feeling a little frisky, I might think about it.
What exactly are you thinking about? Because now I'm imagining slash fiction, and no, I'm not talking about the Velociraptor's claw here.
See what you did there. No, listen, first of all, both Dr. Alan Grant and Ian Malcolm are surrounded by numerous hot bitches.
Those dinosaurs were pretty hot.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
They're all female. What else are you talking about? Laura Dern?
Well, no, Lauren Dern wasn't bad. They were fighting over her, and then
she was cute in that film. She was really cute in that film.
Yeah. And then there's another chick running around who was supposed to be with Vince Vaughn or what? Or no, yeah, she was with Vince Vaughn, but like was Malcolm's ex or something, and then like he was married again and like had a black little girl and stuff.
Is
like,
that why the girl was black? Because she ran off with Malcolm X?
fantastic question. And
I have
Malcolm
many.
philosophy was
You're talking about Julianne Moore.
yes, I am.
Okay.
And Malcolm X's belief was that the black man should build his own thing rather than relying on the white man to do so. So that would lead to why Ian Malcolm was divorced by the Malcolm X zealot. That makes sense. Anyways, whatever. That's still
This
social.
is a really strange alternate universe.
Uh-oh. You know whose fault it is? You decided to combine the doctor or the guy from Mosquito Coast and the Mask. Fireball. Your fault.
This universe got interesting again.
Dun, 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 dun.